Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Gundummies. We got a whole lot of stuff planned. We're gonna start off. Are we starting with our show discussion, or are we starting with news first?
We're starting with the discussion after we introduce ourselves.
All right. As always, I am Code Zombie. Gentlemen, feel free to introduce yourselves.
I'm Gunpla.
I am Third Wheel Nelsonator, hanging out.
Third wheel? You're not a third wheel.
Third wheel, since I am not a host.
Yet. We'll get to that.
Don't have wheels.
Hey, sometimes they do.
You can be the third. I was about to say third leg, but that means something else, doesn't it?
Yes.
And we're not above a dick joke.
Hold on, give me one moment. It looks like I might be having some technical issues.
I love
because why not?
Best issues.
Aren't they? They're wonderful. Yep, the cameras are frozen. We'll be back in just a moment, at least on my end.
Okay. Well, today we're talking about the 8th MS team, which we all watched. Yes, we all watched that.
Yeah, yes, I watched a couple episodes when I was in elementary school. That's been 20 years. Yes.
we all watched all of it.
We watched all of it. We watched the whole thing.
Like, I mean, I literally watched all of it.
Even those episodes they tell you not to watch. He has seen it all.
The last one. That's the one you're not supposed to watch. Fuck. It's stupid.
Alright. I don't know what's happening.
So, 8th MS team had, I mean, most of the characters were pretty good. The only one that really bugged me was fucking the kid who wouldn't stop writing to his girlfriend. Who was it? I don't remember his name.
Oh, Elidor's little sidekick.
Elidor's sidekick. Yes.
I mean, that's what he is.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, until he just fucking leaves the show.
Well, yeah.
So, one of the questions I have for you all is, can the two of you name the side characters in this show?
Karen.
Kiki.
Alright, we got two. What are the names of everyone else?
Elidor, obviously.
Cursed Man.
No,
the Jinx.
Reaper.
The Jinx.
No, the Reaper.
The Reaper.
There you go. The Reaper.
Yes.
Okay, now the cameras are good.
All right.
We should be all right.
I think we're missing a couple here
still.
Oh.
The sidekick.
I see if he would just actually. I'm gonna.
Aina. Shiro. Who else?
I said side characters, not our leads.
Yeah, well, I may as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and name them off. Okay, so Aina, Shiro, fucking the Jinx, or the Curse. Then there was Elidor, Karen, Kiki, Elidor's sidekick. Wasn't that all of them? Are we only talking about the guys in the 8th MS team, or are we including, like, Norris and shit?
Shrug.
Huh?
Shrug. I mean, I kind of intended main ensemble plus Aina, but at the same time, the fact that you can't remember the names of two of them speaks volume.
No one ever said their names. I mean, normally the kid was just told to shut up. No one addressed him by his name. They just yelled, "Shut up," and everyone really knew who they were talking to. When someone has to yell shut up, it's normally pretty obvious who they're referring to.
Shut up!
In this case, it's me. But, I mean, they weren't bad characters. But
They just
Ina's
weren't as
fucking boring.
important. Yeah, a little bit. It feels like you're supposed to care about Ina because Shiro cares about Ina. Like, is it just me, or is the core of 8th MS team a love story between Shiro and Ina?
A forced love story between Shiro and Ina.
A very one-sided love story from one man's perspective.
Yeah, but she loves him back. So it's two-sided, but it just really doesn't make much sense. I don't...
Well, now that we've covered the core of 8th MS team in a very succinct summary, what else do we have to say about it?
I liked the gorillas. They were fun. Just Kiki brought a lot of positive energy to the show compared to everyone else being all moody and shit.
I like the idea that they have to spend a lot of time doing on foot versus mobile suit combat and just showing how difficult that can be.
I like how Elidor's job is like sensing the giant robots.
I remember the promotional video that they put out for it was for something, but they dangle somebody, the kid, shut up. They dangle shut up off a bridge so we can hear where the goof light type is going.
No. That was not they dangled. That was that is Battle in 3 Dimensions. And it wasn't that he was dangled, it was that he chose to dangle himself. He came up with that idea.
He was still dangled over the side of the bridge.
You give him credit for his idea. Well, it was dangled over the side of the bridge so that he could like see where the goof was when it was under the bridge hiding.
And I love how he's still shouting at Shiro like, "Oh hey, it's coming from here," and he's just like, "All right, sure." Like no mention of the fact that like, "Yo, I'm doing this extremely dumb and dangerous thing. He's coming from this way."
I still don't get why. I guess the goof didn't notice him. Didn't just shoot the little dangling kid.
It's also more worried about the giant Gundam that can, actually do damage to it, as opposed to like a 5-foot small person hanging by a wire.
Yeah, but like, it can hide from the Gundam. And the kid's telling the Gundam, I mean, it wouldn't know that. Fair enough.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize your targets, and it doesn't matter what the kid's doing if the big boy can't hurt you.
The LED, get in there. There we go.
Also, since you did bring up the gorillas, one of the amazing moments of this series that really brings home how scary 50-foot tall walking tanks are is when one of them like pops out of a house to fire a rocket launcher at a Zaku, and then the Zaku like burns its thrusters to kind of stand up and take off, and it just annihilates this house, just burns it to ashes, and this dude is just dead.
Yeah.
Like, all this careful planning has to go in to take down one mobile suit, and when you fuck it up, it just goes wrong immediately.
Yeah, that didn't end well for the gorillas. Keep throwing parts.
Yeah, be careful with that.
Alright, we have a GN drive.
What else is good about 8th MS team? One of the things I really like is how heavy and kind of slow the action is to kind of show you how, in a way, how strong things are. And one of the things the series is kind of good about is how things start off really slow and they start to get kind of faster, more mobile as things go on.
Yeah. It's
and it sort of it culminates in the end with the Goof Custom versus the Easy 8, but like getting there along the way, there are a lot of really good moments about how slow the things are and how tactical every single movement needs.
Yeah, like, what was it? When they're hunting for the
Is it
Zaku.
picking up my mic now?
Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
I
we
hear
can-
you now.
I can hear you.
I see. Okay.
Your mic
Have
is...
you been talking and we've been ignoring you because the mic hasn't been working?
No, I noticed that my thing wasn't lighting up when I went to interject something and it didn't light up, and then I kept talking and it didn't light up. So clearly it didn't pick me up.
Your mic sounds crap now, by the way.
Well, now's the perfect time for you to get in and share your great opinions with us.
Hang on. I'm working on fixing
Oh,
the mic
there you
quality.
go. Yeah.
All right.
You see,
Does it
this
sound a
speaks
little better
mild-
now?
Yeah. You see,
Good.
Hang
Okay.
On speaks a lot about how Shut Up is hanging off that bridge.
What? Oh goodness.
I'm sure that's exactly what you meant, Code Zombie.
Yeah, exactly. I do also like the fact that it feels like combat.
As to,
It feels like actual warfare instead of just a space battle. Like it feels
like Gundam Wing.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not just, I don't know. The pacing makes it much more tense, much more serious. And what am I thinking of? Oh, when we were talking about the scene where the Zaku thrusters lit up that house.
Yeah.
There was a similar moment later on where one of the Zaku soldiers drops its heat hawk.
Yeah.
Out of the Zaku hand, and it falls and is falling on someone. That showed you like a really good idea because it was a child, but it showed you really good or really well like how fucking big the heat hawks are by themselves, because it's gigantic and the mere shadow of this thing engulfs her completely.
Yeah.
Granted, she doesn't move, so whatever.
I don't remember who this was.
No. One of the other gorillas jumped in and saved her.
Was this Kiki?
No. It was like a real small child.
Ah.
This was after.
Kiki.
No. This is the battle that Shiro defied orders and left his quarters after being quarantined.
Ah.
For being a fucking Xeon spy.
Wow, who could have guessed?
That
Shiro
part
cares more about his love of Aina than he does about orders and regulations, and he's going to do dumb things because he's a hot-blooded boy.
The love story was so fucking forced.
Isn't he also voiced by the same person who does Guy from Gal Ga Ga?
I believe so, but he is also
He's
Banagher.
the shouty boy. He's also Link from Ocarina of Time.
He is Banagher.
He's also Banagher.
Karen is Yoko. Was it Karen? That's Yoko. I want to say it was Karen.
Yeah, I think so.
It might have been Kiki. I'm pretty sure it was Karen.
Or no, Kiki is Yoko.
Okay. Yeah, it was Kiki. I heard her voice and I'm like, wait, that's Yoko.
Okay.
That was funny.
Okay. What the fuck is happening?
Yes.
All right, we're good. Sorry, my shit's updating, and apparently my desktop can't handle doing stuff through Streamlabs. So normal OBS shit itself, so I have to use Streamlabs. So
I just downloaded
boot up the other
today
computer
to start getting it working.
Yeah, I have to boot up the other computer so that I can stream my side of things. But anyway, we'll get to that.
It's time for a tangent about updates.
Anyway.
So yeah, 8th MS team.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a couple things that they could have done to improve the... I don't want to necessarily say the pacing, because I actually think that the pacing is okay. There's a few time jumps, and they kind of make sense. It's not really... It's not really stuff that we would need to see that happens in between those moments. I feel like if Shiro didn't feel quite as
strongly,
Kind of, yeah.
Was not a hot-blooded man of action.
Exactly. I actually quite like his stance. I like the human life above your side of the conflict. I like that. I like characters like that. But he has such an idealistic, like a bullheaded idealistic outlook on it that you can see it's just as harmful. And I feel like he could have been a much better character if his point of view and the way he went about like exercising his point of view was a little more even keel. I feel like it would have helped a lot, and it would have made him a better
little
character.
more sensible.
Yeah, but then he might not do the stupid stuff at the end where he jumps onto the Absolus 3 because he's gotta get done.
Now, honestly, I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You don't like what? The Absolus?
Well, I don't like the Absolus at all because it looks weird. But,
big knee fetish.
I don't. What?
It's got big knees.
I don't like the fact that he jumped
the large elephantitis.
Boy. But no, I think that whole section and then them surviving in the mountains and him using a beam saber to melt snow to make warm water, doesn't make sense because he's got frostbite. That water would be too hot and it would end up just doing more damage. But that aside, it's clever. But we didn't need all of that. We really didn't. It didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it made the love story feel a little bit more natural, and it made it feel it made it a real thing, but I still don't miss it. The first few episodes, because I watched the entirety of the normal series, and then I watched the Miller Report, and then I watched the Battle in 3 Dimensions.
Yeah, same.
I feel like if they stopped at I think it's episode 4 or 5. It's an episode or 2 after they handle the whole Reaper thing.
Yes.
Where the one member of the 8th MS team keeps losing squad members.
Yes.
I think that the tone they had up to that point was perfect because Shiro's charismatic. He's fucking, I can't speak. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
He's likable. He's idealistic, but to a realistic degree. Had they kept that and progressed from there, I think it would have been great. But they tried to kind of pull and tug in other directions that almost made things convoluted, but it added in all the unnecessary stuff. I wouldn't have minded, huh?
Then he basically becomes Banasher.
Pretty much, yeah. I wouldn't have minded if they gave us a character that was a realistic Federation soldier. But they keep doing the same thing over and over anytime they tackle anything within the 1-year war. It always comes down to, well, the Federation's actually the bad guy, but Zeon is also actually the bad guy, so neither side is right and war is wrong. I want them to... Pretty much, yeah. I want them to deviate from that story. I want to see a Federation soldier that actually takes his job seriously and treats his job like a job.
Riddy.
Well, yes, but Riddy also ends up in all kinds of shit.
2B. Or not 2B, 9S.
2B?
I said I meant 9S. Fucking.
No, you're good. I knew what you meant. You're fine. I'm just giving you.
He is not 2B.
Oh fuck. But no, I want to see a charismatic, likable Zeon, or hell, I'd take it from either side. I don't care.
Likable Zeon.
Charismatic, likable.
That's supposed to be war in the pocket.
Yeah, true.
Kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is.
Well, we're going to be going over that in a few months.
Yes, but I would take a charismatic, a likable, charismatic Federation commander. I'd like to see it from the point of view of a commander, because I like the kind of agonizing decisions they're gonna have them go through. I like the potential there, and I do want to see the same thing from the Xeon side, which I've not seen War in the Pocket. So hopefully that'll be enjoyable. That hopefully will scratch that itch for me.
It's pretty good.
I've heard it was good. I don't know. There's so many ways and so many other points of view that they can tell the story of the 1 Year War from, and they keep not doing it. Even when they continued after the 1 Year War, specifically with Unicorn, it was the same thing again and again. War is bad. Why are we doing this? Because we have to. And
Say to Gundam, we're going to introduce a third group so they can fight the Federation and Zeon. Oh, wait, but they fought a long war, and then we got to fight Zeon again at the end. Ooh.
I haven't seen Zeta. I haven't, or I mean, I got episode
that was just a mess
of Zeta, and then I dropped it because I just couldn't stand Camille's shit.
Also, like, speaking of your, Zeon is bad, but the Federation is bad too, Gundam Thunderbolt.
I do feel what I've seen of Thunderbolt, though, I do feel like Thunderbolt does a decent job of making things feel like a war instead of just a heated debate of who's right.
Yeah, there's
Thunderbolt is very like oppressive in its atmosphere and what it's going for, and it's really great. But I mean, maybe I shouldn't try to do this team by bringing up other things that are similar in our summation of its plot.
No, I think bringing up other, especially other Gundam series, I think that's perfectly fine in an overview of a series like that, because if you have, like, if there's certain Gundam series that you've taken a liking to, and if by saying it's like this one, for example, I love 00. I've seen 00 way too many times. But
so this is going to be a radical idea. Stick with me for this. What if your sensible military commander, who was on the Federation side, eventually abandoned the Federation so it could simultaneously fight the Federation and Zeon so it could stop war forever? What if you wanted a Gundam show that was like that? Is that something that would be to your liking?
As long as it's done right. Probably.
Well, too bad. That's Gundam Seed and it already exists.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, they did do that.
I fell for that hard. I fell for that real hard.
I forgot they
it's
like
the 1 Year War again, but like with your self-insert fan fiction where you can hang out with the good side of Char and like actually fight both the bad guys. That's what Afrin is.
Oh my god!
They cut Char in half down the middle, and one of them is Raul Lacruzzi, and one of them is.
I thought it was Raul's dad.
No, it's Raul.
Or no, his clone, right?
That's Raul Lacruzzi.
Wasn't he good in the first one, in like the first part of Seed?
Raul Lacruzzi is on the Zeon side of it, and he is the sort of.
I'm thinking of Mu. Fuck.
Yeah, you're thinking of Mu Laflaga. Yeah.
He has such a stupid name.
Right.
Mu.
Rio Jose, but what if he didn't die?
Ow.
So there's one thing I want to get to from have we expanded the well of 8th MS team already, or is there anything else we want?
We haven't discussed the animation.
Most of the time it's great.
The fights.
There's a lot of love and care put into those movements in that fight, and it's great.
It is, yeah.
When I first saw it, for the longest time, I didn't actually realize that it came out at the same time around the same time as like 0080 and 0083. I thought it had come out a lot more recently, like 2000s, just because of how good it looked.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks nice enough to warrant that. It's definitely a good looking show.
Yeah.
Especially Karen. I like Karen. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
No, impossible. I can't believe it. How could you ever say that?
I wanted to like Ina. I did. I wanted her to be a likable character, but there wasn't enough there.
She had like what 20 lines in the whole series.
I'm gonna hang out with my brother who's
similar.
fucking crazy.
Pretty much.
My brother who has descended even further into madness over the course of this series by being extremely paranoid, and his health is deteriorating. So he's going to create the super weapon because, of course, he is.
I will say his like, I don't necessarily know if I want to phrase it exactly like this, but like seeing him kind of like fall apart was interesting. Like seeing him progress, it felt like watching something. It was a believable progression. Like he just kept getting deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily pleasant, but it felt organic.
For the whole 8 scenes he was in.
Yes, but with the screen time he did have, there was substance to it when he did show up.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah. He could have shown up more.
He could have shown up more. Him and Ina both could have shown up a lot more and given that side of. I want to say that side. I'm going to say that side of the conflict, even though realistically it was more about Shiro and Ina not being in conflict. But whatever, that side of the conflict could have used some fleshing out.
Yeah. Well, that's why we got the Spike-looking dude.
The Spike-looking dude.
The dude who looks like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, vaguely. The other Zeon dude.
Yeah.
He looks so much like Spike.
He does look like Spike. But no, the Admiral, he's just kind of... I don't know. He did, but...
We know absolutely nothing about him.
No, we don't. We don't. He's just a cardboard cutout of Spike Spiegel with a Zeon uniform.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did
there was
this
a
guy
lot
come
of
out before Spike, or did he come out after? Because I get the feeling he might have come before Spike.
When was Bebop?
Spike Spiegel might have been this dude where it's just like, yo, what if we make him more than a bit?
What if we make him more than a bit? Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't think they had Gundam in mind when they were making Cowboy Bebop.
Probably not. But we never know. They might have.
Time for a Cowboy Bebop tangent.
Weirder crossovers in production crews have happened before, so it could be possible.
I mean, yeah.
So we saw a pretty decent. We saw like a different, some pretty different variations on some mobile suits, especially with the Absolus in play.
Fucking stupid.
It looks. Yeah, so I know. Stupid. I know. It's so dumb. I'm not a fan of it either.
I like the first two. I don't like the third one.
Oh, okay. I didn't particularly care for any of them.
Extra round.
I'm going to go on the record saying, while we're on the subject of variants for 8th MS team, the Gym ground type and the Gundam ground type are really good. I like how strong those calves look. The Goof custom also is really good. It's a really good take on the Goof design where they're like, what if we made it less Monster of the Week cartoony? And at the same time, it becomes a lot more threatening.
Now, there's an important question that comes into play there. The Goof custom or the Goof flight type?
Custom.
And
See,
oh no.
The flight type has me.
All right.
Go buy that P Bandai.
The flight type to me, in some ways, looks kind of like a knockoff Dom kind of thing, where it's like, all right, what if we just put band
It's-
in the
it's
legs
the
and
legs.
just made it bigger. So,
Weirdly enough, that's kind of what I like about it.
all right.
I don't know. I like the proportions. I like the weird shoulders. I think it looks good. It does it for me. However, I do love the goof custom as well. I just like goofs in general, but
You're a goofy guy.
I don't know. The flight type. Apparently, I can't talk today. The flight type was good for me. I liked it,
I like it too, but I prefer the custom.
and that's entirely understandable. Because objectively, the custom does look better. It looks more like a goof. It looks like a goof, but customized. I know that's redundant as fuck, but it looks like a goof
Just
that someone just decided they liked and gave better weapons.
just like the Gundam ground types, and a little bit like the gym ground types too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like someone said, "Hey, these are really reliable machines. Let's make them even better." And there we go.
Yeah.
But man, while we're here talking about the goof custom, but what about that goof custom fight though? You
There's
know
a
the
goof
one.
custom flight.
Oh,
The goof
Goof
custom
custom
fight.
fight. Oh
the goof
yeah.
custom
Goof
fight.
custom
That was
versus
good.
Easy.
Oh.
That was good.
Yeah,
That's some good shit. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
that's the good shit, right? When I was elementary school, I think I saw the first episode of 8th MS Team and that one while visiting my grandparents and watching Toonami, and hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh cool, giant. Oh cool. Nice robot.
Because like the thing about the goof custom is in a series that feels very kind of slow and tactical, the goof is able to feel extremely nimble and extremely fast, and at the same time
Mhm.
makes Doris feel so much smarter, so much tougher, so much more dangerous than
Yeah.
anyone else in play, even though like he barely damages the Gundams at all, but he's still able to remove like all three of the gun tanks on his own through all his crazy maneuvers and stuff.
Yeah. It really
Don't you mean
it really
Chad?
shows. What?
I mean,
His
a
name
little
is
bit,
Chad.
right?
Oh god.
Virgin Hiro Amada versus the Chad Norris Packard. The Virgin Easy 8 versus the Chad Goof Custom. I hate to
Oh,
reduce it
shit.
so much because I really like the Gundam ground type, and like the Easy 8 is an alright iteration on it, but
It's
like,
eh.
man, the Goof Custom.
It's eh.
I do also really like the opening move where he takes out that the first gun cannon, where he grabs the water tank and then steps through steps in through the glass roof. Oh,
Yep.
that's really fucking clever.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we had more series that treated the fights like the battle with the goof custom, I feel like the series itself would end up just better.
It's also really good at showing how strong and fast it is, because there's a point where it lands like on a piece of freeway and it just flips the entire piece of freeway that it landed on.
Yeah.
Guys,
Hey, this thing big and heavy and it's moving around. We're making it look strong. Watch it do this to a thing you drive across every day that's 100 tons.
Boom. Yep. They did a really good job of making it seem nimble and quick and agile, but at the same time, this thing is clearly several tons and it will crush you.
yeah.
It's also really interesting how kind of claustrophobic that fight is for a lot of the Gundams, where they're just kind of stuck.
Yeah, they're
on the
so
streets
restricted.
at
Yeah.
angles, and they're just spending the entire time just like, yo, do you see him? Yeah, I think I know where he's at. Okay, cool, you gotta do it like this. And just trying to coordinate their line of fire as the Goof Custom is running around all of them is really
Exactly,
Fucking
and it's
Naruto.
and even the Gundam side of it is entertaining because it's tactical as hell. Like you can clearly see the gears turning in their heads, and they're trying desperately to try to get some kind of decent footing against them, and it's so good.
Man, remember when Shiro decided to just leap up against a tall water tower or something and just kind of slide down it while firing all his...
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a gift
yeah,
for
like
that.
there's just so many see, if the entire rest of this series, even just the rest of 8th MS Team, was like this and had this balance of tension and action and quality decision making from everyone involved, it would have taken the spot as my favorite.
See, what you're kind of saying here is it's like this fight and it's the opening of 8th MS Team that kind of have this cohesive thing. And then, like, the love story otherwise is kind of the thing that's dragging you down. And Shiro's character is the thing that you don't really like.
Primarily, yeah. I do kind of like some of the bravado that Shiro has. Oh. I don't mind it, but it needs to be... It needs to be treated properly. It needs to be a part of his character, not the entirety of his character.
Yeah. So basically what I'm kind of getting out of our 8th MS Team discussion here is this is a show that kind of lives and dies by firstly its setting and then its characters. And what we really like about it is kind of the tense atmosphere and strategic kind of battles or tactical kind of battles that happen within it. But when that kind of starts to stray away and we start to explore more in depth Shiro and his undying love and affection, and there's less of that tactic stuff, then maybe we don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does kind of take away some of the enjoyment.
If you were to...
What's that?
Oh, yeah, you guys go first, and then let's wrap this up and move on to news.
Oh, there's a bit more.
Oh, I was just going to say that, honestly, I've been waiting for a show to kind of take... I've been waiting for a show to take Stardust Memory off the top of my list. I want something to overtake it. Because it's wrestled with Unicorn back and forth since Unicorn came out. But I keep deciding that it's just better than Unicorn, and Unicorn should be at the top.
Well...
Sounds like someone should watch the GOAT, G Gundam.
Yeah, I think we're going to watch G Gundam next month, because it is...
I'm down.
It's the 25th anniversary.
The 25th anniversary on April 22nd. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
So next month we'll do G Gundam, then Stardust Memory, and then if Shin is able to get me my stuff by then, we'll do a episode on War in the Pocket, and I'll talk about the kits.
I gotta see if I can find a GPO too for
G Gundam in another month here. Oh shit!
It's only
damn.
50 episodes.
I don't know. I mean, that goes by fairly quickly, I guess.
I binged all of Dragon Ball in like 3 months. So
you're an animal.
Well,
you're an animal.
The good news
okay,
for
not Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
The good news for me is I've already seen G Gundam once, and I've been listening to a podcast called Podcast of the Gundam Heroes, where they are currently talking about G Gundam. So every week I get 5 episodes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this being so great. It ruled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G Gundam is good stuff.
We need more G Gundam.
We'll get to that next time. Anyway.
Yeah. So continuing with 8th MS Team and going into more of the side content of Miller's Report, I guess.
Oh
right?
No. I mean, Miller's Report wasn't much. It's for the most part, it's just a recap of Shiro getting the episodes leading up to Shiro getting his trial, and then a few added scenes with Shiro being talked to by the lady Miller doing the investigation. So nothing much really happens.
Yeah, it's not really impactful for anything other than it's not really impactful for any reason other than that one cheesy speech that Shiro gives. Which is, again, they just use it to define his character more. Which didn't literally... And then I do like that they straight up just asked him, will you be able to fire at the enemy? I don't like his answer, because he said, I don't know, and I don't need none of that wishy-washy shit, I ain't got time for that. But I do like that they asked him that. Because that's a realistic question that would come up at that point in time. If it came up at all. I would imagine, realistically, he would have just been kicked out. He would have been discharged and court-martialed and end up in jail, but...
Yeah.
Given the circumstances, they would have buried him. But Either way, I think that the fact that there was a character that had the presence of mind to ask, "Hey, are you still going to be able to do this?" Because that matters. I like that.
Yeah. And now we get to repressed memories. The last episode.
Battle. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Battle in 3 Dimensions, or was that
Oh
the?
no, the Battle in 3 Dimensions was. There's nothing much to talk about. It's good. I mean, I guess the concept of like.
It's great.
I mean, the concept of like hanging him off the bridge is kind of goofy.
Oh, that is the thing we talked about. Yeah.
Yeah. The concept of just like tossing the kid off the bridge.
No, man, that's Shut Up's biggest contribution to the entire team. Like, that's the biggest contribution he makes.
It would have been the second biggest if he just shut up.
Cool. I thought it was being cool in the intro, firing the machine gun, and that was it.
No.
Yo, the intro song.
Anybody can do that.
So
Anyone
good.
can push a button.
The OP is so good. I love it.
So
no, the last episode. What the fuck was that?
It seems completely unrelated to everything else going on.
It is. I thought it was.
Okay, so are the kids... So basically, Kiki and Shut Up are going through...
I'm sorry.
I don't know his name and I don't care. His name is Shut Up. Kiki and Shut Up are going through the mountains, or wherever, looking for Shiro. Because they need their fearless leader.
Mm-hmm.
And they come across a bunch of kids that were Zeon. And the kids are fucking weird.
The kids are fucking weird.
Just the kids screaming about...
Okay, so kind of the importance of this is they show the Musai and the Ko Musai, right? Where like the nose of it just kind of pops off and drops to Earth, right?
Yes.
This episode is worth it solely for introducing the Ko Musai so that they could use it again in Thunderbolt so it could get cut.
Wait, what is...
Wait. What's the Thunderbolt connection? Because I've only seen a little bit of Thunderbolt. So what's the connection?
Did they introduce the Ko Musai like in the original Gundam, or was this like a new thing for 8th MS?
I don't know the names of ships other than White Base.
Okay, so the Musai is the weird Zeon-looking one that I think gets blown up in this, and I think like it detaches its nose section called the Ko Musai so it can re-enter Earth.
Okay.
And like in Gundam Thunderbolt Season 2, the Atlas Gundam cuts one of these in half as it's re-entering Earth's atmosphere.
Oh, that's what that was.
I mean, the Ko Musai is re-entering Earth's atmosphere, and the Atlas is like leaping up from the ocean to cut it in half.
It was leaping off the deck of like thick White Base.
Thick another Pegasus class. It wasn't even on that White Base yet. It was on like some transport carrier. They just rolled it off the back, and then it turned on its jets and just like flew past White Base, and the captain's just like, "What the fuck was that?" And then like it fires the railgun once at the Ko Musai, and the pilots immediately go from "this is bad" to "oh holy shit, it's a Gundam," and then the Gundam just pulls out its beam saber and cuts it in half.
Yeah. I had no idea what the difference between a Musai and a Ko Musai was.
Flower is a rod. But yeah, it's not like the last episode of 8th MS Team where there's like something actually enjoyable that happens.
Yeah, nothing enjoyable happens there. The fucking kid going around screaming about like, "You can't take my name! I am Shiro Amada!" Fucking... Oh my god.
Wait, seriously?
So stupid. That was stupid.
Also, Shut Up's real name. Shut Up's real first name is Michelle.
It's Shut Up.
It's
Zombie? Zombie?
Yeah.
Shut up.
What's up?
His first name is Shut. His last name is Up. Shut.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
was-
Is there anything else we want to talk about from 8th MS team?
No, it seems like we pretty much covered everything. Shitty love story, awesome battles, crappy ending. Sounds good.
How was Dynamis? Middle name is for fuck. Yeah. Oh, which says his middle name is the fuck? Yeah. Dynamis is really good. Like, dang, it's really good. She got the LED. One sec. The LED, unlike the Exia, works perfectly. As in, like, the light in the chest of the Exia doesn't do shit.
Are you hoping that we can go back from the Dynamis frame and get like a 1.5 or something?
I'm fine.
I hope that means I want them to do the other celestial beings.
Yeah.
I don't want them to bother with that until they've done all the others. It is a beautiful fashion.
MG Zamanya win.
I feel like it's not going to be next, but I want the Virtue to be next. I feel like Virtue will be last, which is fine.
They gotta figure out a way to fit the Nodley inside it too.
Oh god. Oh god.
The no grade 1/100 does it.
Yeah, the no grade did it, so I imagine, yeah.
Yeah. That is a good point.
That's the bend. It doesn't look bad. Like, at all.
If you look at it from the proper angles, it looks fine. If you look at it from the wrong angles, it doesn't look as great. Just like every single Wave Rider transformation.
Not wrong.
All right, so we've talked about some plastic. We talked about the show. Do we want to talk about more plastic, such as incoming news?
Yeah. I had set up like stream alerts, and so I have this. I already told you guys, but there's one of the Gundam Wing sound effects, like this alert noise that plays every time someone follows me. And Ion followed me. There it is. And I fucking jumped because I wasn't expecting it, and I thought I had turned it off for the podcast. Which is great.
Perfect.
Let me pull up the news. Here we go.
I wish I could make a fake news sounder here, but...
News sounder?
Yeah, like whenever they go into a breaking news bulletin, if you watch the news, they'll have a special sound clip for it.
We don't need no fancy sound bullshit.
Aww.
We have GIFs of Zaku's. All of the like stream alerts are just GIFs of Zaku's.
Of course.
Also, there's also a Colleen knee drop, and I believe...
Here we go.
Alright.
Breaking news.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I know
Breaking
that.
news, everybody.
I know that. My
Breaking news.
So my junior high had this student news thing, and that's the sound clip they would play at the beginning of every single one.
Okay, what's that news sounder from?
Yeah,
YouTube.
Thank
Well,
you.
okay, it's from YouTube,
No
but
shit.
is it a reference to anything?
I will find out. I do not know for sure.
Okay,
All right.
so the first thing is that we're getting the MS Cage from the special version of the Unicorn Master Grade by itself as P Bandai.
All right.
So that's cool, but also goddamn it.
I mean, that's just kind of how it works. They think their market is small enough that they can't have this regular release, so limited it is.
I'd be better off picking up another Unicorn, honestly. It comes with a bunch of little new pilot figures.
Oh?
Yeah, you get
Yep.
So you get the sitting Menager in suit and the standing Menager in suit. That just comes with the Unicorn. But you get a standing street clothes Menager. Audrey. Yeah, fucking
Audrey in
Banaja's
street
dad,
clothes.
whatever his name is.
Yeah. Cardius
I
Vist.
don't. Oh, that's it. And Marita,
Yep.
best girl.
Best girl in street clothes.
Getting that just for Marita would be worth it because the Banshee comes with Banajer in blue, not Marita.
Wait.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Why?
Because
they
it's
were
on
too
the same
lazy.
rudder.
They were too lazy to make to put a new pilot figure in.
That's
just like the Sanaju Stein NT.
And the worst part
stupid.
is the pilot uniform for the Banshee's pilot has different details on it than the pilot uniform for the Unicorn. So if you paint it like it's supposed to look, the details won't line up with the molding. Because fuck you.
Fucking great. Oh, wonderful. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Well, next up on the list is the clear color Psychos. What?
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, the
it's,
MSK is.
It's Gundam base. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I just kind of let you roll
Hi,
with
Shin.
it.
Shin's here. Nice.
Oh, hello.
Thank you for the getting me the Dynamis as fast as you could. And Radical Hair is going to use it as a birdcage.
Nice.
For his hundreds of Fennecs.
Yeah, he's got quite a few, doesn't he?
I like how it comes with a little accessory box that plugs into the back for all the Unicorn's extra shit.
Unicorn does have a lot of stuff.
Like the 3 V-fins, the ammo packs, and then the other ammo pack.
Where are there pictures of all of this?
I posted a link in Gundummies earlier. Also in management, there's a Google Doc with all the links on it and a rundown. You see it?
Yeah, it's in the schedule for today, so maybe we'll share that once the stream is done.
Maybe. I could probably do that.
With other people in the chat. Code Zombie seems to have left the building, so we'll keep coming. We'll keep going, and he'll probably wander back in.
So, following up with that clear full armor Gundam Thunderbolt Verka, there is a clear Psychozaku Verka, which
Psychozaku is the 2-liter Coke bottle clear.
Huh?
Is bottle clear? That big fuel tank on the back, the 2-liter Coke bottle.
Oh, it looks like it. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Nice.
Nice.
Now it's Coke colored. I love me some clear red. So I'm excited.
The clear red looks nice, but the orange really good. I dig the orange.
The orange is nice. Yeah. Although the problem I have with the orange is it's not clear.
No, it's not.
That's pearlescent,
but
right?
It still looks really good. It does. It looks like it may have some translucence to it.
Well, that's just what pearlescent looks like in general.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely isn't clear though, but it does look really nice.
It looks so much better than the Full Armor Gundam's version, because half of the all of the white armor was in pearlescent or the cloudy white instead of just fucking clear. White should not be clear white. It should just be clear.
Yeah, that's the point of the clear on a suit with white armor like that. It's so that the armor is clear and you can see all the inner workings in the inner frame within. That's why you do that.
Well, Bandai has a few different labels for the clear color. There is clear color, where the colors are still there, but it's clear plastic, and then there is mechanical clear, where they are all perfectly clear plastic, no color.
See, I feel like that should be the standard for a clear kit then.
Yeah.
Should specifically be that, because like personally, if I'm gonna build a kit in clear, it's so that you can show off the inner frame stuff and paint like real nice mechanical little details in it.
I have
That's
my
what that's what that would be for, at least to me.
well, my clear Sananju real grade. I would much rather have it in that bright clear red than than just clear.
That's understandable, but I really like ones that show kits that show off like the little mechanical details and shit. Like if there was oh god, I'm drawing a blank. Fuck.
Did I time out? Which? What the fuck? What? How the fuck? Which was just timed out, and I didn't touch the computer. What the fuck?
That's weird.
I don't know. Sorry, Witch. I don't think there's a moderator bot or anything. I think I turned off my bot dispersion. Weird. Let's see. What else
Next,
have
we have the HG Fenix Final Battle version. Oh yeah.
Oh, look.
I haven't seen narrative yet, so I'm not going to.
NT
I'm gonna intentionally not.
It was great.
It was
I'm
great.
gonna intentionally not look at the pictures of that.
Bird up.
It's the Fenix with green Psycho Frame.
Man, again?
Yeah, bird up.
Bird
again,
up.
again?
Bird up.
Of course. It's the color of new types. Come on.
It's the color of new types. It's the color of new types. I mean, it's slightly disappointing, but I mean, that's whatever.
That is the definition
again,
of every unicorn
so
kid.
unicorn.
Slightly disappointing.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I mean, that's a bit of a windmill slam, and that sounds a bit harsh, but at the same time,
yeah, no, it's not inaccurate. Harsh, but not inaccurate.
Man,
it's tough, but
speaking
fair.
of other kits that are slightly disappointing in unicorns, the P Bandai RG Banshee Norn LED version is also coming out.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What if we put LEDs in the unicorn?
It looks like it costs about the same amount as the regular unicorn.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing coming out of that is all the LED assembly process stuff, so...
Yeah.
So the unicorn came with duplicate runners for some of the armor. Because it... in order to get it to be the same color as the Gundam base statue, some of the stuff, it didn't have the exact same color set up as the real grade. And so it gave you a few duplicate runners. The Banshee's not going to have that, but instead it's going to have the armed armor.
The Banshee parts?
That. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the armed armor DE and the armed armor VN, probably.
DE, which one's the... I don't think it's going to come with the shield. Look at the pictures. I don't see any shield here.
I mean, it says Norn right on there. I mean, the shield is part of the Norn, right?
I don't think the unicorn came with all the parts to make the shield, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
I mean, you're coming here to get the LED version, and a big shield might block that. So, hey, good reason to not include.
Yeah, that's valid.
It's the Norn because of the armed armor XC, says Radical.
Is that the grippy claw or the long gun?
I think that's the backpack thing. Because the Banshee has the grippy claw
with
and the
all
long
the
gun.
fins and stuff. Okay.
Because the Norn has the grippy claw and long gun, and then
the grippy claw. I love this.
No, the regular one has the grippy claw and the long gun, and then the Norn has the.
Oh right. See, I get it confused because I picked up a HG Norn kit that came with an articulated version of the grippy claw, and I painted that kit to look like the God Gundam, and it's doing the burning finger. So that's why I get confused.
Nice. That sounds cool.
You have some great customs. That fucking...
It
was
just
the...
color swaps.
Huh?
It's just color swaps. That's all I do.
Yeah, but like you also had the idea to paint the Jabera Tetra as Samus.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a lot like
Wait,
Samus.
what?
Yeah, he painted
Yeah.
Jabera like Samus.
That's awesome.
I've also painted a gym ground type trying to make it look more like Master Chief, but every time
Nice.
people saw it, they're just like, oh, that's Doom.
Doom.
I mean,
Doom
that's okay.
Guy, okay.
No, Doom Guy.
I all I heard
The
was Doom.
Oh, I kind of
And then his mic cut
Yeah,
out.
my voice cut out.
This now though.
Yeah,
I
just
do feel like there could be one based on Doomfist that would be really cool.
yeah, you gotta get like the Age Titus or something.
Yeah, Age Titus and the regular
Yeah.
Age, and then just put one arm on it.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. Speaking of customs, guys, taking two kits from two different manufacturers and trying to push them together and make them one magnificent creature.
Oh my god,
sucks.
it fucking sucks.
It fucking sucks.
Wait, so I'm doing it with my Peachy unicorn. What are you doing it with?
I'm trying to take my leftover parts from the custom I did for the Estrella and the Estrella Type F,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to combine it with a frame arms girl that I have lying around.
I
I wanted to make an Estrella girl, and
it's
yeah,
not
fuck
easy.
me. Fuck
Okay,
me. No, it's
but
not.
but like the parts I'm using is a clear Psycho Frame set with like RGB LEDs that are knockoffs, and it's supposed to
Oh.
fucking fit, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They market it as it's supposed to fit, but they can't. It can't actually fit because the molds. Because if it does fit, then Bandai's gonna crawl up their ass and possess them, and then they go away completely.
No, if they get too big, then they do that. Or if
I mean, let's be real, they're gonna do it anyway. So-
Daban tells on them.
So here's the real news is that we're doing customs and we're all screwed 6 ways side.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, fuck us.
Like, there's no way to like make it. There's no way to get it to do what I want, and it.
Modification.
See, even with that, like, it's so weird and nitpicky.
Speaking of
Well-
modifying and painting things,
Hey, Shin, can you,
one last
if you're
thing from the
still
Gundam
there-
base. The
Yeah.
Haro painting version is coming out.
I think Shin's not there anymore. Yeah.
The Haro painting version, where they're giving you extra runners so you can build it in clear and in a base white that's good for painting.
Well, it's not that it's
and-
extra
that's
runners,
cool.
it's that you're getting 2 Haros.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, well, even still, that's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're getting a, like, primer gray and white Haro with a dark inner frame piece, which isn't the best for painting.
Yeah.
And then a Haro with clear frame, white bits in there, yeah, and then also primer gray. Except the body inside this time is primer gray.
Yep. It's a Haro. The Haro kits are pretty good.
Haro is great. Banyager.
Yep. And now we are transferring into the P Bandai section of the news. Speaking of the unicorn, there's yet another unicorn here.
Or
The
this
HG Perfectibility.
This is from the Gundam base, and it is becoming P Bandai, like a few other items have.
Ah, I see.
Perfected.
That head camera on the
Perfectibility.
Dynamis is fucking great. How it folds out.
Yeah, show it.
That's awesome. This
Nice.
kit is great.
Good to hear. So yeah, the Perfectibility Unicorn has been out in the past, and it's coming back again for another round if y'all want to take a look at it.
I mean, it's a fairly recent kit, isn't it?
It's still based on the unicorn, and that mold is like 10 years old, so...
It's more than 10 years
It's-
old, isn't it?
I feel like because of the fact that A, it's based on the unicorn, and B, there's so much going on, I feel like that's gonna end up being a problem.
You had a bad experience with the unicorn because you forgot to put the polycaps in the arms.
Nope, that unicorn. Look, the
You
basic
forgot to
like
put the polycaps in the arms.
the base
And then complained about how
Destroy Mode
loose they
unicorn
were.
is that's the best That's the best unicorn out of like the 6 that I've done.
All right. Speaking of other sniper master grades, we have the master grade Gym Sniper 2 Lido Wolf Custom to be paired with your Dynamis. This one's black to go with that green, I guess.
I believe this is. I'm assuming they're making this one. There was also a GM Sniper Custom Master Grade P-Bandai version for one of them, but the differences are you get a new gun, you get different decals, and instead of dark forest green, it's slightly darker dark forest green.
Oh, sounds fancy.
Yeah, every time I see a picture of this, it always looks like it's black, and I wouldn't ever really call it green.
What, the GM Sniper 2?
Yeah, maybe it would just be
this one's black. There is also a GM Sniper Custom Master Grade that's coming out, and that one's just like slightly darker green.
Oh, cool. That one's not on this list.
I didn't put it on the list because I didn't care how.
Yeah, fair enough. Speaking of other Master Grades based on the Gundam 2.0 frame, we have the Master Grades Gym Cold Districts coming out. It's going to be really similar to the Gym Sniper 2, but if you really like the Gym Cold Districts from when it gets just jobbed out in War in the Pocket, hey, here you go.
All right, so Nelson, I had them in order. I had to like click through all the different tabs trying to find where that one was. This one, I love how it's got like that little red bit at the end of the gun. It's like, oh, this is a toy.
Yep.
It's apparently a grenade launcher. Also, I really like the way the Cold District types looks, and I might have to grab this one. I love that.
Yeah, the Cold Districts is a very unique kind of take on the Gym Custom with its kind of look and its very muted kind of color scheme. We don't really get this kind of white and brown or gray combined together that often, so it's kind of good to see.
Oh, is it Zaku 3, right? That also did that? That was pretty much it?
Maybe not to this kind of subdued extent, but there is a
gray.
white and black Zaku 3 that exists.
Yeah, there was a bit of white on that, right? And then the red on this, it pops so well.
Pop!
It looks so nice with the white and the gray.
Speaking of white, we're segueing.
Yes.
I know where we're going.
All right. RG's Great Gold Frame Amatsu Hana, the white version.
So pretty.
Oh boy, I love crappy gold.
It's really nice.
The gold in the promo art looks different.
Yeah.
It's sparkly.
It looks really nice, I think. I love the colors.
I like the new like gold
I think
decals.
it's great.
I love that. That looks nice. I wasn't a fan of the Amatsu Mina.
It's okay, you're allowed to be wrong.
It's more of it was annoying to pose.
It's okay, you're allowed to be wrong.
I am allowed to be wrong. So are you.
Yep.
Also, those decals are going to be a nightmare to put on.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they will. It's going to be fun.
Are you going to try and grab it?
That will be entirely dependent on finances, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
I have a red frame I need to build at some point.
I have 3 of them, and they're all built.
Nice. But while we're talking about RGs, let's keep talking about RGs with the RG Exia Repair 3. It comes with a big gun.
I like this one. I like the look of the RG Exia. I don't like just posing it. Posing it's not fun. It's weird to pose. It just doesn't look good in most poses. I like everything about this except for the knees.
All right.
Okay.
They're too big.
All right.
Yeah, whenever you think of the Exia, you got to think of like sleek and light, and anytime you bulk up with a lot of armor, it kind of goes a little bit against the Exia.
You see this
I also feel like
Exia.
I also feel like a giant gun is also sort of against the Exia, but hey, you do you, Exia.
I can kind of agree with that. It is
feeling
a little
quite virtuous today.
Maybe a little dynamic.
Dynamic.
The
Yeah,
little
sure.
dynamic. There you go. See, I
I'm
like
a little
the
curious if we can get the last one in this.
Nah. Well played.
That's it. You're
Well
fired.
played.
I've been promoted to
Well,
podcast
if you
host.
weren't a host, you are now.
Which
I
is
love.
like, is this 10 friggin' minute ban finally up? I'm sorry.
I like how Mickey's response was, "Oh, you're fired." I'm like, "You're hired."
Wait, what?
Confusion in the ranks.
Oh,
All right, so
this is how Coos started.
yeah,
How
it really
what?
is.
How what?
Coos.
How a
Oh,
coup
coup
is started.
d'etat. Okay.
Okay,
I'll just get the fucking children that inhabit the Gundummy server to rise up and overthrow you. Zombie.
I don't have a good segue in here, but speaking of coups, a weapon that's used in those frequently is the AK-47, which the MG Regis Custom seems to just come with. It's right there.
Laser AK-47.
It's an AK-47.
Wait, what?
Laser AK-47.
Just look at it.
Hold on a sec. I gotta pull this back up. Hang on.
It's more
Whoa!
explicit
Which
in
is
the
spelled-
official art, but
I need
that's an
one.
AK-47.
I need one. Oh, that's wonderful.
I want one.
Also, like, I know the Regis Custom is an old design, but I look at its backpack and I can't help but think of the Infinite Justice backpack with kind of the fold-out wings and the
yeah,
spike in
absolutely.
front.
I like the purple round bit. It's just funky looking.
I saw this and I thought this was a Build Divers custom.
It does have that look. It does have that look, definitely. It's weird, like, because with this and with the Justice, like most of the variations of the Justice, I see Starscream a little bit, just with a different paint job. Like, I see Starscream.
Yeah, a bit.
This definitely more so than the Justice, but I see inferior Starscream. I mean, come on.
I mean, this one at least transforms into a plane. Justice doesn't transform into a plane. It rides a skateboard.
Fucking Green Goblin.
Pretty much.
Green
Did
Goblin
you ever
looking
finish that, by the way?
No.
Did I ever finish what?
Do I ever
This
finish?
one's
Do I ever
this
finish
one's doing
anything?
No.
I don't even finish editing half the podcast.
Yeah. What happened to the Tyrannosaurus? Did that at least get finished?
No. I'm too intimidated by it.
What?
Rip.
That's
Also,
the GPO 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have to finish that before we go over Stardust Memory.
Fuck. God damn it.
Look, I'm gonna go hunt for a GPO 2 of any kind so that I can build it.
I don't want to build the other binder. Building the binders, the binder just was not fun. It was not fun. The leg I'll probably be fine doing. That was neat. That was a cool build. But the binder? Fuck, that was not fun. I don't want to talk about it.
Well,
everything else in the kit's been great, but those binders were just constructed awfully.
Well, when the thing happens next month, you might be able to suffer along with another notable streamer as he spends 24 hours building a Mechanicore kit.
Oh God.
We can promo that at the end of the stream, but in the meantime, let's talk about the last. Let's talk about the last kit on our P-Bandai list here.
I would hang out in voice chat and try and help him as best I could, but I can't.
It's impossible. There's no way you can help.
Oh no, I can help. I guarantee you I can help, but I'm just not allowed in the voice chat.
Rip.
Yeah.
Well, the last kit we have
that makes it sound like I got myself in trouble.
I don't have any segue for this, but the RE100 Gun Easy land use, it's here. It's the Gun Easy again, a little bit different.
I like the browns on this. The problem I have is that it's not accurate to the line art. The Gun Easy land use is like a really blocky looking guy. And this
Yeah,
one
but
is
we
not
just reused
lucky.
all the parts and just
Yeah.
kind of went with it. The brown is really nice, and we don't get nearly enough kits in brown.
Yeah.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. The colors are nice.
Give me a Zamel.
And I like the shield. I like the effect part for the shield. It's super pretty.
The effect part for the shield is, in many ways, the best thing about the Gun-Easy.
Like, wait, why does this one have blue on it?
Land use.
But like,
The Panda.
is it? I'm not sure if it's like supposed to be a reflection. Because in the second picture with the shield, it's got blue, green, and orange. The shield doesn't do that, by the way. Here, let me get.
I thought it was supposed to be kind of holographic or reflective or something.
A bit, but like it doesn't. It's not like that. I'll pull up the
So maybe there's going to be a special coating for it this one.
It's already coated. It's very similar to the way the like
color coding.
It's very similar to the way the holographic parts on the like 00 kits are done. It's just like a lot harder of material. Oh god. Okay.
Oh die.
Huh? Oh yeah, the double Zeta was about to fall over when I was putting back the V2. The Gun-Easy is a really good kit. It is a really good kit. I've built 3 of the RE100, and that being the Nightingale, the Vagina Gina, and the Gun-Easy. And the former 2 are shit. The Gun-Easy is great. So I'm gonna say, if you can, get one. And the like decals on this look really nice. The next thing we have is moving to retail.
We're moving to retail, baby.
Yeah. We got
moving to retail.
Astray Noir. The high-res Astray Noir. This isn't really new news, but we didn't get good images of it until recently.
Oh.
We had just gotten like some pictures someone had taken from the expo or whatever. And so
I mean, it definitely looks
Guntanas.
It definitely looks what?
Guntanas.
Yeah, Guntanas. It definitely looks a little on the chunkier side, like the red frame did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
I mean,
I'm
they're
okay with that.
using all the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with it though. I actually quite like the chunkier red frame. I think it's good.
That backpack looks really nice.
It does.
Yep.
It definitely does.
Somebody watched Equilibrium before designing their mobile suit.
Oh, it looks so nice. I got to Zaku42, the dude who won the Jason's photography contest and won his own red frame, high res, brought it to one of the group builds, and it's really nice. Now, do you see those like the little molded detail on the shoulders, like the fucking chainmail armor looking thing?
Just keep going. Pretend I do.
It's extremely shallow molding. Like, you can't panel line that. That was kind of disappointing to see. Because I think it would look great panel lined. Bringing out that detail would be great, but you can't.
So it doesn't stand out nearly well enough on film.
It's too shallow. It doesn't stand out enough. Other than that, the kit was really nice. And you get a posable toe.
Yeah, the toe is great.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
so...
Guntanas.
Guntanas. Equilibrium.
Guntanas indeed.
And, oh look, another Fenix.
It's another Fenix.
Except this was retail.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This time it's unicorn mode.
The nicer looking of the two.
Somebody's gotta find the people at Bandai and put this bird back in the cage.
Yeah.
Don't you mean the Gundam base exclusive master grade MS cage?
Maybe.
I'll see myself out.
Nah,
Okay.
well, see, while you're seeing yourself out, we got to bring in the new guy through the door, the SD Dongzhuo here. Uh, it's hard for me to recognize this as a Providence because they went wild with their design here.
I didn't think
Yeah,
okay,
it
I didn't
doesn't.
think it was the Providence when I first saw it. When I first saw it, I thought like, why the fuck is there an Altron? It looks more Altron.
I can kind of see that. I
It's
can
the
see
shoulders mostly, and a bit with the skirts, and then the head.
I like the armor bits and pieces. That oh my god, it turns into a T-Rex. I'm
That's
sold.
yeah, that is the main reason I
I'm
put.
sold.
Yeah, it turns into a T-Rex. I was looking
Turns
through
into
the
T-Rex. I'm
news
fucking
and
sold. Let's do this.
I saw like I was looking at the other SD like kits from this line, and none of them had any really interesting gimmicks, and I'm like, I'm not gonna crowd up the news too much. And then I saw like the fucking T-Rex, and I'm like, okay,
This
this one
literally
gets
it
in.
literally turns into a molten lava T-Rex.
Yes.
I'm down. It turns into an Anjanath. Let's do this.
It's not fuzzy. It's
Uh,
Zora Magdaros.
well, there you go. There you go.
Destroy the
So-
magma cores to weaken Zora
Zora Magdaros.
So, keeping up with the SD theme and also keeping up with the theme of the night, talking about 8th MS team, the SD Cross Silhouette Ground Gundam is here.
Looks really,
Is it out yet?
really good.
No, just retail in the news. Next
Okay.
thing on the list.
Yeah. Okay.
I need.
I
Oh, the backpack actually holds the weapons. I
Yeah.
love it.
They
Yeah.
reproduced the knee
I like-
pose so it can fire the big gun.
Yeah.
the legs can now swivel down, which is neat.
I like it.
I like how the
like it.
shield has a little bit that you stick on it to have it so that it can stand up. And did anyone else see that meme that went around recently of the ground Gundam pose?
No, please tell us about it.
Okay,
Didn't-
so
please
I just
Feel free
it
to
was
share.
the ground Gundam like kneeling on the ground with its giant ass gun over the shield firing it, and then like it was a little trend to just draw a bunch of other Gundams in that pose with their weapons.
Yep.
I thought it was hilarious.
Huh.
I wish it was more widespread. Make that art. I
Yeah,
would
it's
have,
time to-
but I haven't figured out what I want to do.
Yeah, I remember seeing somebody doing the Sekiha Tenkyoken with the God Gundam trying to do the same pose. It kind of works.
It always works. It
It
always
works really well when you got hand blasts as opposed to like holding an actual gun.
Yeah, I do feel like that definitely would make things a little more reasonable.
Yeah. Now, okay, what color?
This next one's a little weird.
The silhouette booster.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm seeing here, we get GM parts. That's pretty neat. We get
Yep.
different hands. That's great.
hmm
And we got limbs.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to grab a few of these because my 00 diver and crossbone could really use it.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
It's
It'd be nice.
interesting. I'll probably grab one. I have the SDCS Zaku, Gundam, and the Mazinger Z.
Nice. Admittedly,
Yeah?
My SDCS Freedom Gundam is supposed to come in today or tomorrow, so I can get in on the hype, see what things are about. But yeah, the limb extension or de-extension, as it were, is really good and cool.
It's neat.
yeah, I'm so into these little dudes that I'm down for it 100%.
Just want more
100%.
Zakus.
I don't necessarily know that the additional stuff was needed, but
What, like the GM stuff?
No. Like so it shows a couple of different like variations on like frame sizes that you can do. I don't necessarily know that like all of the different sizes were necessary, but I mean it's definitely appreciated because I mean they're fun. They're fun to build. They're fun to pose. When I'm bored, I go and I pull them out and I just fucking mix them around and make random abominations out of them.
Nice.
Like, it's sad, but the kits over the last like 6 or 7 months, the kits that have brought me the most like fun have been the little the SD cross silhouettes.
They're great. They're like little gimmicky kits.
Exactly. And those little fuckers have brought me so much fun, and I just it's so enjoyable.
What kits brought me the most fun over the last few months? Huh.
Like they're always... Oh.
It's such a good kit.
Nice.
It's such a good kit. I love him so much. I bought another one. I now have both the ground type and the space type.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And shards. Nice. And one of the Black Stride stars. Oh, and a Zaku cannon. And the Psycho Zaku. And I want to say there was one more.
The collection is growing.
Yeah. I really want that like Ian Graydon Zaku cannon, the green one with the like spider bits. I want it so bad. It's so nice looking. The Zaku 2.0 is like a perfect kit. Other than some nub placements, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Speaking of kits that might have perfect nub placements, because we don't know yet, the high-grade Destiny Gundam is coming out. It's going to have all those effect parts. Where are the nubs going to be on the effect parts?
Oh, God.
On the edges, of course.
Of course.
Because they're always on the fucking edges.
Well, it's better than them being in the middle of the effect part, creating a giant hole.
Yes. I will agree with that.
It's not like you can undergate effect parts like that.
There's a lot of effect parts coming with the Destiny 2. They reproduced everything.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
That's so
loving attention to detail.
Yeah.
It looks like such a good kit.
I'm excited. However, I'm excited about the next one just a tad more.
Because I'm not getting this Destiny. I'm getting Destiny, but Fanta Orange. Fanta Orange Destiny.
Yes.
The
Tang flavored Destiny.
High Western Blues version.
Tang flavored Destiny.
TM Revolution, the big Gundam fan, has come back, and he's brought with him this orange boy.
Who is TM Revolution?
He's a singer. He sung the 4th opening of Gundam Seed. He voiced a character called Miguel in episode 1 and 2, who died really quick. First person to be killed.
He was the one who tried to steal the strike, right?
No,
okay.
That's some other dude named Rusty. Miguel's in the gym, just fights him, and he's just like, well, guess I gotta save the situation, and just utterly flubs it. And then TM Revolution comes back to voice another character in Seed Destiny called Hein Westenflus, and because TM Revolution costs a huge amount of money to voice anything, they kill him off real quick.
Oh no!
Does he get his own Orange Destiny in that bit?
Or he gets his own orange Goof Ignited, and it's the first Goof Ignited that you see. So, like, people have just decided, you know what, before this happened, Hein was actually kind of a badass, so we're just going to put his color scheme on a bunch of other random things, including the Destiny gun.
This is Charged Zaku, but not the Goof Ignited.
This guy is like the Johnny Ridden of this, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Admittedly, this next one is a little odd because I don't know what it is. This is my first encounter with it.
Yeah, this is from Narrative.
This is the HGUC Silver Bullet Suppressor.
It has a beam magnum. It has a bunch of extra arms because every time it fires the beam magnum, it breaks its arm.
Oh, wait. I think I know whose suit this might be.
Yeah, gee, I wonder whose suit this could possibly be.
Yeah. I wonder.
Wow, narrative spoilers incoming.
Oh man, is it really him?
Yes.
It was
Oh.
the prototype was showcased as Silver Bullet Banagher Link's custom.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah,
actually.
you saw that. We discussed this.
Oh.
It's him, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, I do remember that now.
So yeah, the disappointing thing about all these arms is that only one of them comes with a movable. The extra arms, only one of them comes with a movable joint.
Oh,
all the rest of them are rock
I just
solid.
realized that. What the fuck?
Oh, that's lame.
I mean, it's not like you need them to
four
move.
Of them. Looks
They're
like
intended to be part of the
them.
backpack.
Yeah, clearly. It's I don't know. It's just unfortunate because they already made 2 arms. Why not just?
No,
Because
three
they're
arms.
giving you an extra mold to make all these extra arms, I guess. And probably all the new parts that come for this, like the super long knee spikes are new, right?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, they might be old, yeah.
Okay.
So
I like
I'm
everything except the side skirts.
I'm slightly disappointed, but I find this thing kind of unbearable to look at. It doesn't look good.
I like everything except the side skirts. The side skirts look like fucking Uragon armor. They're like the
they do.
They're like the fucking
They do. It's like the coil from the.
It's the coil from the Uragon armor. Now the
Yeah.
Uragon armor
Yeah,
looks
it looks
fucking
really
great.
weird. But this doesn't because it's weird. Anyway.
No, it's because this one is because the Uragon armor is all round. All of it.
Oh yeah.
This one has round side skirts and everything else is blocky.
Yeah.
And it.
So
it
stupid
doesn't
question.
fit. Yes.
So this thing is using the beam magnum.
Stupid answer.
However, it destroys its fucking arm. Why not
Yes.
just build a suit that can handle the fucking beam magnum?
It took the
Instead
unicorn.
was
of
the
replacing
unicorn.
The arm.
Only the unicorn can handle it because the unicorn is the strongest mobile suit ever.
Wait, but the
Then-
unicorn can be
then
contained with
why
flex
not?
tape, so just flex tape the arm together.
Then why
See-
not use a different gun?
Because
It's
the
so-
beam magnum is so powerful.
The damage you can do with a beam magnum is worth more than the arm.
It just, I don't know, it seems really impractical to have a mobile suit that has,
With a rack of arms.
3 arms stowed
One
on its
arm for
back.
every bullet in the chamber.
Exactly.
It doesn't do
which-
shit in the anime.
It fires its
Like,
gun
it fires,
once
like,
or twice,
like, yeah,
so
once or
you
twice.
can see the mechanism.
Yeah.
That's
It
disappointing.
fires it off screen and then it
but-
changes its arm. You get to see it change its arm, but it fires the gun from off screen.
And then Banana Hammock is like, yo, I need to get in there. And then, spoiler alert,
He
he
doesn't.
totally doesn't. Although, to be fair, at that point, I think that's right about when they show the narrative getting destroyed and ripped apart all the way
Yeah,
down.
spoilers
Like,
for a bit.
it pops out the core fighter, and the core fighter turns into a bird. And then the pilot has to leap out of the core fighter in his giant psycho armor, pop the armor off so he
And
gets down
to reveal
just
Amuro's
the
outfit.
spacesuit.
Basically Amuro's suit.
so that he can hop in the Phoenix and take command.
It was such a good scene.
It ruled.
It was so good. The audience
And then he
was
goes,
everyone in the theater was like, ah!
and then he goes immediately from like mediocre pilot to Omega Chad in the Phoenix. Omega Chad. Speaking of
Norris
another
wishes he could be
Omega
an Omega
Chad,
Chad.
the MG XS 1.5. It's here. We've got some pictures.
Now,
It's all blue. They took out the red. What did they do to the color scheme?
I put this at the very end because I expected Nova to be here, and I know he has the regular MGEXS, so I was hoping he could give some insight to what the fuck is going on here. Because from what I'm aware about this kit, it is not a new kit. It is the EXS and I believe S. It's the S and EXS in the same box, but it has Deep Striker parts instead of some of the old stuff.
So one of the things the Deep Striker did is it made new joints and a couple new shoulder parts, I think, for the Deep Striker to replace some of the old 1.0 XS stuff and kind of improve upon it. So
improve in heavy air quotes.
Guys, I have a dumb question.
I have a dumb answer.
Yes.
Why does it have yo-yos coming out of its knees?
That's an incom.
Yeah, that's an incom.
A what?
An incom.
It's a yo-yo.
INCOM.
It's a laser yo-yo.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool, at least.
It's intended to kind of help with non-new types do new type stuff.
Ah. Well, there we go.
Yeah, and so is exam and all the other systems that are exam but not exam. And Big Zam.
Oh, you just said you said exam, and then my brain jumped to the exam.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
it definitely looks good. I like the EXS. I dig the suit. I don't like the
Nova. Tell us about the XS.
Hey, Nova, sweet.
It's
what? Nova?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's amazing. The Master Grade is. The old Master Grade. I don't know anything about the 1.5 except it's different colors and it has some different parts and it has all the stuff for the S. But from what I know, from what I know from building the old one, you should buy it. It is worth the price. It is worth every penny you pay.
$50.
It is. It has like even for an old Master Grade, it has actually really good articulation for something that bulky. The build is phenomenal. It's complicated in pretty much everywhere you are, but it doesn't make you struggle to build it. It builds so easily, and the screws, they're really great screws. Parts fit into the ABS perfectly. They don't struggle, and the joints are all nice and tight, and they don't go away or anything. The transformation is fucking amazing. It's complicated, but it's not so complicated that you don't want to do it. There's a couple tricks you have to figure out, especially with the core fighter tabs, but those tiny tabs actually do an amazing job of supporting the entire chest. And the arms are amazing. The way that the tanks slide over them, it covers them. It looks like there wasn't even an arm there. The legs, the feet, the bottom of the shin covers the feet, and then the tops of the knees cover where the shin was, and then it just compresses like the Zeta leg, but a lot better.
All right.
Thank you, Nova.
Thank you, field correspondent Nova.
And so
with that, we talked about everything on our list in the podcast.
And
we are ready to.
Well, so they managed to fuck up everything for the Deep Striker somehow.
Yeah, because they didn't let it transform.
It can't transform. It can't pose. It can't anything. It can sit there.
Because it's the Deep Striker.
It can expand shoulders.
Yes, it expands shoulders.
Great gimmicks. Yeah.
For whatever reason, it doesn't expand the shoulders or anything like that in the novel or anything. But sure, if you want to expand the shoulders, go for it, I guess.
Yay.
You also get incom effects. Also, can I mention the fact that there's actually different engineering to allow for the EXS and the S Gundam to work? And can I rant a little bit about the core fighter, because that is my favorite thing? Oh my god.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so in the novel, the top of the S Gundam, the bottom of the S Gundam, and the core fighter all have separate cockpits. And all of them, when it transforms, combine and slide into one another to form one unit. In the kit, it works exactly like that. All the cockpits slide into one another and lock into place, and you can remove them all as one unit. It works perfectly. And there's two different ones. There's the one that transforms into the regular core fighter and the two different cockpits. They don't have pilot figures because they involve more engineering, but they work perfectly. The one for the EXS is the combined form, and it has 3 pilot figures, each with their own separate doors.
So it's not one cockpit that slides around, is it?
No. Unlike
so there
what
are
people
3
think,
separate pilots.
there are 3 separate pilots because there are 3 people piloting the separate components of the S Gundam. So whenever it combines, those 3 people are inside of that one red core fighter, because that is actually 3 different cockpits all attached to one another. So, mild spoiler alert.
It's a Megazord Gundam.
It's a double Zeta Chad Gundam is what it is.
It's the Zeta and double Zeta had a child, and it was perfect in every way. That's what the S Gundam would be. And the EXS is if you give it steroids. A lot of them. So, yeah. Also, the major improvement over the old one, and a good reason to get it, the trim on the wings are separate parts on the new one.
All right.
That's nice to know. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. I had to look into it a bit closer. They are actually separate parts. So, that's neat.
That's good. Hopefully that'll become the standard.
That means they've done more than just kit bash the Deep Striker and EXS.
Oh, they've changed quite a bit from what I've seen.
That's neat.
I think they may have also changed some of the proportions of the joints to make them a little bit more articulate. I cannot confirm nor deny, but I have heard, and it looks like they might have. And they've increased the part separation a little bit to reduce the amount of foil stickers. I can see where there might still be some, but they're very minor parts that if you've built it, you'll realize there probably wasn't a better way to do it with what they were doing at the time, but they might have changed it. I'm not sure, but I know the wings are different now, and that is a very good thing, because from experience, I can tell you that the other foil stickers don't look like foil stickers. They look like they were parts that were put in the right place.
Nice. Oh, Nova.
Yeah?
So you've built the Quanta, right? The Master Grade?
I am working on it at the moment.
Have you built the hands yet?
I have.
Have you built a 00 Master Grade?
I have.
Okay, you know how the hand...
The 00, right? Like the 00
Any of the
Gundam
00 variants. For the Master Grade.
No, I've built the Exia, but I have not built any of the 00s. I will possibly be getting the 7 Sword sometime soon, because I really like that variant, but that won't be any.
Okay. Have you noticed that the hands are kind of shit on both the Exia and the Quanta?
Of course I have. And I know that on the Riser, they change it to have switchable hands so that it can hold the weapons.
Yeah, but they're still shit.
They're still shit, yeah.
The Dynamis has really good hands.
Yes, but you'd have to like the Dynamis first to get it.
You don't like the Dynamis?
I don't like the Dynamis. Never have, probably.
This kit is so good.
I know.
Like,
I've heard
getting
stories.
it for just how it works. The engineering is great. It's nice it's easy to put together. It's got, not in the sense of it's simple, but in the sense of everything just fits really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great. It's all color separated properly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got some great gimmicks.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few reviews and a few build logs, and I like how it builds, but I don't like it enough to want to spend the money on it when I could spend that same money on a kit that I actually want, you know? But, you know, it looks like a good kit, and I'm interested in seeing how everyone thinks of it, but right now, I'm going to be holding out on Alex 2.0 and the Zaku Kai RE, which I am really looking forward to that RE 100. Just saying.
Well, the Zaku Kai?
Yeah, really looking forward to that.
It's the best Zaku design.
Yeah, and frankly, I'm actually kind of glad they made it into an RE instead.
Instead of what? Trying to force it onto the 2.0 frame?
Yes. If the proportions are different, it doesn't have any gimmicks that would really necessitate a master grade. And if they tried to worm in the 2.0 frame, it would probably have hampered a lot of articulation that the RE has. Also, it's going to lower the price a lot, which is great because I'm not made of money. So we're going to get a better articulate kit that's cheaper, is actually built from the ground up, and is going to look great next to Alex, which is going to be a fantastic master grade.
I'm gonna see if I can get some of the like samples that Shin's gonna get sent.
Yeah.
Because I've already pre-ordered all three of the Crossbone, Alex, and Zaku.
I might get Crossbone now, but that's just because I want to make a pirate fleet, and the high grade so hard to find.
Yeah.
At least.
And
I
so
don't
I'm
like
gonna
the Crossbone as a real.
Huh?
Don't like the Crossbone real grade, but I do need a Crossbone for pirate.
Yar.
I need to do my EX pirate ship. Yar.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if Shin can send me the samples so that we can make sure I have the kits built by the time we do the Gundummies episode on War in the Pocket.
Yeet. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And I'll have it a month later.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's fine. I'm looking forward to it anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Huh?
Goodbye, Nova.
Farewell. Oh, I have to turn on the phone to do that. Farewell, everyone.
Right.
Have a good podcast session.
Pretty much.
That was our in-the-field correspondent, Nova, coming in to talk about the XS and a little editorializing for the Dynamis and other kits coming out in the future.
Breaking news.
Thank you very much, Nova, for your time in this very busy part of your life.
Thanks.
All right, and with that, we have covered everything on our list.
We have come to the end of our list.
All right.
And I do believe we've come to the end of our show as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. The list says to turn things over to McGunpla so we can plug our final updates, and then he's going to give us the outro.
If you're watching this on Twitch, we also have a YouTube. Eventually, we might upload content that's not originally... Well, eventually we might upload content that's not already on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, we have a Twitch. I guarantee you that there's more content on the Twitch than there is on the YouTube, because I stream on the Twitch. We have a promo code for jojohobbyandstuff.com. It's Gundummies10. It'll give you 10% off when you order something. For instance, this Master Grade Dynamis that I've been building, I got from Shin. Great dude. He is just a lot of fun. We talked about someone doing a 24-hour Mechanicore build. That would be Jason or Bad Gunpla. Chances are, if you're watching this, you know exactly who that is. But if you haven't, he has a Twitch, he has a YouTube, he has a Discord server. All great places. Bunch of fun dudes. So go check that out. And is there anything else anyone wants to plug?
That stream will probably be the first Friday of May, I think. So might interfere with recording.
Brilliant.
Well, I mean, it would be perfectly fine for you to, like, come here instead of going there, because you're going to see a man just break in front of the camera over 24.
It's gonna break him.
I might stream my Mechanicore alongside that then. I'll hold off.
Honestly,
you know what?
I ought to bring this up to him, dual Mechanicores, where you're building on your side, he's building on his side, and the two of you just scream at each other for an hour.
Yeah, tell him to let me in voice chat.
Oh, that would be right.
I've got a...
Because, I mean, I guarantee you I can help him out with this.
Somewhere as well.
You what?
I have a couple knockoff kits over here as well. We can make it a thing.
Knockoff night. Hopefully.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Yeah, there we go.
You gotta spend the money to get that Mechanicore if you want into voice chat.
I cannot get a Mechanicore.
I know you can't get a Mechanicore kit.
So
basically, no one can get a Mechanicore kit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I will build the wonky ass knockoff that I have here.
We're making a thing called the Mechanic Club. That's what it is.
Uh-oh. Anyway, I do also want to let everybody out there know I do stream here on Twitch. You can find me over at CodeZombie1127. I play pretty much whatever I want. There's not a whole lot of specificity at this point. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And there will, in the near future, there will be a night designated for Gunpla streams. It'll probably be Friday nights, but more on that as we go forward. Once that's been finally nailed down, I'll let everyone know. But yeah, come check it out, come hang out, spend some time with us. It'll be fun.
Right. Our last plug is to Shin over at JoJoHobbyandStuff.com, where you can use promo code Gundummies10 at checkout, and you can save 10% off your order. So feel free to check out Shin, support the channel, and I hope y'all have a nice night. Take it easy, folks.
Good night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.